fundamentalist Christian nationalism is absolutely bonkers. I mean, we have an entire community underwater and so many people unalived, all because they decided to succumb to right wing fundamentalist QAnon. They basically let. Give me a second. I'm so sick of this. They basically let politics unalive their own children is what they did, and it's pretty sad that we live in a country where people would rather believe QAnon talking points without getting the facts, and they basically let their children unalive because of that. Hundreds of people are dead. Multiple children from outside of the area of Kerr County, Texas, are unalived because these fanatics took over control of the state government and the voter base. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say about the voter base, because it's really hard. It's really hard to blame local government for doing what the constituency wants. And we've got video to play. The more I learn about Kerr County, Texas, the more angry I get, the more just pissed off. It's like, this should have never happened. There's no reason for it to have happened. You know? I don't know what to say.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen to this woman as she frantically cries for help.
This is crazy. I know we're not Kerr County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings. Help us. Give us what we need.
Heartbreaking request from a woman in distress.
What you gonna do, crybaby? With alligator. I'll wear alligator Alcatraz merch if I want to.
These two clips perfectly encapsulate this Wile E. Coyote and wall we keep running full steam face first into. How the fuck do we force these people to find human empathy before things happen to them specifically? These are the same people that will callously invoke God's wrath for smiting the wicked in California with wildfires, who will then turn around and clutch their pearls aghast that you point out the hypocrisy in that fucking thought process when it comes to them. Sorry. Same people that we beg to walk a mile in other people's shoes look at us with confusion as we can't muster up sympathy for them as they've mocked others in need. So if anybody has a good idea how to force people to care about other people, I'm all ears and out of ideas.
The sad thing is, there's no medication. There is not a therapist you could go to change somebody's lack of empathy. You either have it or you don't. I've said this before in my YouTube videos. By the way, you should check it out. Skeptically Speaking on YouTube, please. I would appreciate. Give me a follow. We're live on YouTube as well. You cannot teach empathy. You either have it or you don't. And I've said this before. The only people I feel sorry for are the children, because they are powerless. They are powerless to enact change in their direct vicinity. They have no power over their parents' decision or lack of decision making or lack of critical thinking. The children have no control. They can't control what their parents do. They can't control who their parents vote for. They can't control what laws get voted on. You know, it's just, it is so sad to think. You know, it is so sad to think that kids are the ones who are going to suffer for the parents' decision. And we're just gonna, I'm just gonna keep playing video after video of this person, you know, yeah. So this is old. 27 died from floods in 77% Republican county in Texas. Let's show them the same sympathy they gave to the 30 people who died in the LA fires. More people died in this flood, in this small little area of Texas, than died in the California wildfires. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? More land was affected by the California wildfires than was affected by the flooding in Texas. There was a video in China where a poster speaking in English said, here's what happened not too long ago. Here's what happened in our province. The entire city, metropolis, was flooded. God damn. The entire metropolis was flooded. Absolutely flooded. And yet no one unalived because of that flood. No one unalived because of the the dire circumstances. All of the city resources that were needed to evacuate, to get everybody out of there. I mean, it was just, everybody is on point. Everybody is in sync. Everybody knows what their job is. There's no excuses. There's no, oh, well, I got to get permit. No, if you are a city official, if you are in a position of authority, you do not wait. You go in. You get those people evacuated. You have a plan, because this has happened before. These people have been flooded before, so they know how to deal with this. You know, it's just mind-boggling that, you know, people just can't get their heads out of their asses. You know? It's just unconscionable. People are unaliving in this country, and it does not have to be that way. Why are people dying at such high rates in this country? Makes no sense. Makes no fucking sense. This is the richest country in the world, right? This is the best country in the world, correct? That's what we've been led to believe this entire time? And here we are. We're struggling for resources, and it's self-inflicted. Let's just keep playing. Here's another video.
Well, good afternoon, America. The big, beautiful bill was signed, and we as Americans have just been given the largest tax cuts. I wasn't going to step up on your video this morning.
You just couldn't help out the
but I'm going to have to do that. We're not going to help out anybody. Y'all been living on food stamps, EBT, Section 8 housing your entire freaking life, and you're not going to do it anymore. If you can work, you're an able-bodied person, go get a job. I'm tired of paying for it.
And so,
yeah, lack of empathy, lack of helping your fellow man, criticizing your fellow man for being on food stamps, for needing assistance once in a while. This is where we're at in this country. And this woman was on blast. Give me a second. Jesus. So sick of fucking TikTok, man. Get your shit together. Unbelievable. And just goes on and on and on. They keep telling me to go to the TikTok studio. I'm fucking right here. Freezing. I might just have to... Okay. I might just have to shut this down if this isn't gonna work. Fucking hell. Okay. Moving on. But yeah, let's just keep playing. So this is the mindset of the people in Kerr County. That they're willing to withhold aid. They're willing to withhold much needed resources. Yeah, I'm freezing all the way up. This is pathetic. This is the best TikTok can do. Hey, how's it going, Penelope? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, watch the freeze show. I don't know. TikTok has just been glitchy for multiple creators. This is pathetic. I don't know. I won't say that my Wi-Fi is supreme, but it is leaps and bounds better than I've ever had it. And today it's just been glitch. I've had to tell multiple creators, I'm hearing every other word you say because it's glitching so badly. And it can't be just the, it can't be just the internet connection. I'm doing okay. And how am I doing it on YouTube? Let me check my strength. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to keep doing it. Pinning your goal may help you increase. Well, then pin it then. It was updated. It was updated. I don't know. You're doing great. Yeah, thank you. Have you tried to see if there was an update? Yeah, there was an update. Restarting. I mean, I just got started. The first thing I did when I started was I refreshed. I had to, in order to start the TikTok live studio, I had to download the latest update. So yeah, it's happening to everybody. So, I mean, I could try restarting, but why? This is pathetic. Oh, I should have started recording. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, it's been happening to everybody. I agree. Okay, so yeah, this person, this failure to be able to empathize with people, to be able to sympathize with people's plight until it happens to you, it's diabolical. It's diabolical, isn't it? It's ridiculous. You know? I just don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I can see why.
You can't be MAGA?
I am MAGA and a Christian.
This is crazy. I know we're not Kerr County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings.
Uh-oh, I think you woke up this morning misinformed. The hate's on the left, not on the MAGA side. What you gonna do, crybaby? I'll wear Alcatraz merch if I want to. And what you gonna do, baby?
Help us. Give us what we need.
I'm going to tell you FA and FO. We're not going to help out anybody. Y'all been living on food stamps, EBT, Section 8 housing your entire freaking life, and you're not going to do it anymore. If you can work, you're an able-bodied person, go get a job. I'm tired of paying for it.
But for God's sakes, Travis County, help us.
Have the day you deserve.
I absolutely understand why there are people on the left who are having a hard time showing compassion and empathy towards anybody who voted for this current administration when it comes to the floodings in Texas that have taken 89 lives, and there are still children from Camp Mystic who are missing. And it is not because people on the left are happy or celebrating or rejoicing what has happened. It's quite the opposite. Okay, we tried to warn you. We took the time to educate you and warn you about gutting these very systems that are put in place to help minimize the catastrophic effects from natural disasters. And all you did was laugh, dehumanize, and demean us. Call us radical left lunatics. Tell us you do not care if we lived or died. Okay, you have said just a few months ago that the wildfires in California were God's will, and that was a result of evil people living in California. And now you want compassion and empathy. You have told us to not make this political. We're not making it political. It is political because those agencies are funded by the federal government. The federal government that you voted to gut. That you cheered on a man who got on stage with a chainsaw stating he was going to gut those very programs set in place to help us. So the left isn't happy about what is happening. It is the exact opposite. We did not want this to happen. And had one person's life been saved, ideally, like everybody, I get that, but had just one life been saved by having everybody back in those positions that were gutted, I would be happy with my tax dollars going towards those programs. But no, you wouldn't vote for the educated black woman. Okay, she had a funny laugh. You voted for the person who gave you a free range to hate on anybody who doesn't look like you or think like you. So yes, there are people on the left who are having a hard time expressing empathy and compassion for anybody who voted for these things to happen. I absolutely understand why people are having a hard time right now.
I mean, she said it better than I even could. Yeah, I'm having a hard time empathizing with these people. The more I find out about the story, the more I look into it, the more details come out. I start to see it. It's like, my God, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. It's like they really their own throats, didn't they? They really did. They did everything they could to sabotage themselves and their family. They keep saying, well, government doesn't work. Well, yeah, because you keep voting for incompetent people that sabotage the government and make it so it doesn't work. So, of course, it's not working. It's not working for anybody. Not working for you, not working for your kids, And just the conspiracy theories that just kept pouring out of Kerr County. I mean, I don't even know if I have time to play the entire meeting, the council meeting, where these people were like, don't take any help. Don't take any federal dollars. Don't take any help from the federal government. It's a trap. They're trying to take over. They're trying to do this. It's like these people, oh my God, they do not see it. And they're like, well, if we misuse any of these funds, we're going to be on hock for it. We're going to be on the lam. And guess what they did with the 10 million? They misappropriated every single dollar that was given to them. I don't see any lawsuits going after Kerr County. Do you? Where's the federal government going after Kerr County for misspending funds that was given to them to update their alert system? They could have literally cut the death toll in half, maybe even less than half. I think the majority of the death toll came from the child's camp. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I am so sick and tired of TikTok. Get your shit together. Anyway, so I don't see any lawsuits going after Kerr County. There should be. The majority, I think half of all the deaths that happened in Kerr County, in Camp Mystic. Those were children. Trapped. And the director who was running the camp got alerts and went to bed, did nothing with it. I dig into the story and all I see is drop ball after miscue after drop ball. They were getting the weather alerts. The middleman was asleep. The middleman was almost non-existent. As a matter of fact, the day before the flooding, they fired multiple contractors that worked with FEMA, I believe, or the Weather Service reporting or what have you. What happens when there's a major weather event? There's a department that receives calls for people that are trapped in their homes, for people that need evacuation. Only 15% of those calls were answered because of the direct cuts to that program. It went from 99% response to less than 15. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? This is why I say this is the Texan Republican woe. They've self-inflicted wound, this wound here. I'm pissed. Aren't you?
Breaking news.
Yeah, and then what did Mexico do? Mexico came in, saved the day. They sent in people that actually helped. In fact, I think there was a sheriff of that county whose 2 family members were saved by Mexican first responders in that area. And the guy was almost in tears. I wish I had that interview.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
We do not.
Oh yeah, these are clips from the Kerr County board meeting. I can't remember when. This is when this was during the Joe Biden administration. Listen carefully. Listen carefully to the psychopathy.
We do not want more of Biden's mandates attached to keeping Biden's money.
But these people are communists. They hate America. They're teaching it in our schools. They're invading the border as we speak. I don't think we should take any money from the federal government because they can't be trusted.
Now, we don't need these funds here. We've done just fine. And we'll get by without them. But you spend this money, you're signing a contract with the devil, and the devil's in the White House.
If you vote to keep Biden's money, I will hold you personally responsible and personally liable.
The Biden regime has proven to be tyrannical and anti-American. There is no part of this administration that has the good of America or Americans at heart. We want no part in anything coming down from the federal government. This is Texas, and Texans can take care of Texas.
And I don't believe we should take the money. We should not have it. I don't trust our federal government. I don't think that they're truthful with us. And in these days and these times or whatever, we can't afford to make a mistake like this.
They stand condemned from their own mouths. Texans can take care of Texans. Really, you just proved the opposite. I am so goddamn sick. I'm just going to shut the live. Okay. Yeah, at least YouTube's reliable. TikTok ain't worth a fuck. Hope you heard that. Yeah, I hope they heard it. TikTok, you've got a shitty app. How about that? And the people running it are just as shitty. If TikTok gets shut down, I hope every single one of these people get fired and replaced. You know? I mean, this is 1984 Orwellian newspeak. You can't say certain buzzwords to communicate a thought. You just can't say anything. Women can't even talk about issues that affect them without getting a ban. Sick and tired of this fucking app. I hope the whole board of directors gets fired. I hope they just need to start over. Fuck TikTok. Give me a strike for that, why don't you? Shitty app. Okay. Kerr County, number 2.
Why? So it turns out the residents of Kerr County, Texas, twice turned down life-saving equipment, flood, sirens. They turned it down twice. Why?
He actually succeeds. And after all this, he in his first term, he assassinated the top Iranian general. Mm-hmm.
So it turns out the residents of Kerr County, Texas, twice turned down life-saving equipment, flood, sirens. They turned it down twice. Why? Because the money was coming from Democrats. Yeah, they didn't want to take anything from the socialist, communist, Marxist, devil-worshipping, whatever. You know how they are. First it was Obama and then it was Biden. Understand something else too. People get washed away and die in floods all the time down there. It happens all the time. All the time.
You know what is ironic is knowing, God, fuck and damn you piece of shit app. Knowing that flooding is so prevalent. You would think they would update their systems and given money to do that. They didn't. The taxpayers weren't on the hook for it. They weren't in hock. They were given the money. All they had to do is spend the money for the intended purpose. How hard? How hard was that? And they couldn't even manage that. You know? And now half the town, if not the entire town, is underwater. Well, I mean, that's due to climate change, but I mean, how many people could have been saved? I keep bringing this up. How many people could have been saved just from that alone? By the way, not everybody in Kerr County actually has cell service where they live. Imagine that mind fuck. You are in your own home and you are in a dead area. Where do the majority of alert systems go through? They go through your cell service. And if you don't have cell service, guess what? You're not getting the alert. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Yes, please keep liking and sharing. Keep tapping that screen. We appreciate you. But yeah, this is what happens when we, it's like, it just never ending. Never ending. What can we do? What can we do to get people's minds out of this gutter of MAGA and authoritarianism? These people, I mean, it's like these people are so used to being abused, they can't see it or envision it any other way. Let's keep playing it.
This doesn't happen on this big of a scale. They turn down life-saving equipment, knowing the history of that area, knowing that people die all the time. And you know what? All of the other communities around didn't. They took the life-saving equipment. It was just like Kerr County, Kerrville, that area. They rejected it. Everyone else around them took it. I would love to see a couple of things. I would love to see a reporter in front of one of the commissioners or the residents that made all the derogatory comments about taking money from Democrats. I would love to see them questioned about how they feel about that now. And I would also love to see and make sure that they get none of the $5 million that was raised through GoFundMe. Hey, you know some of this money came from Democrats. You tell others not to make it about politics when it is your politics that literally killed your children. Wow.
Boom. I can't say it any better than that. It's literally stating the point. Motherfucker. I am so goddamn sick of this goddamn app. Go to hell, TikTok. Piece of shit. Sorry. So, it's amazing to me. This guy literally stated the title. This was my thought on TikTok. I posted this. Your politics, all the adults in Kerr County are directly responsible for the deaths of those children. Decisions have consequences. Are they going to own up to it? I guarantee you they will not. I tell you, these MAGA snowflakes, they will not. They will not accept responsibility at all. It's gross. I mean, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I want to play
this from socialism, Marxism.
Yeah, I'm not going to play that entire thing. It's 10 minutes of listening to these people who don't know shit about shit.
It's fresh like spring. We want to pass it on.
So this is a group of girls or a group of kids in a school bus. I don't know if they were survivors of the flood, and they're just singing hymns to they're just reinforcing their brainwashedness. I pity these kids. I used to be one of these kids too. I did. Watching the devastation, and it's like you're singing hymns to Jesus and thanking him and praising him, and you want to spread the word and pass it on. We want to pass it on. And I thought Jesus controlled the winds and the waves and the rains. Motherfucker. You know, if you can't, I'm just unbelievable. I wish I could mute the alerts, but I can't. Overrides. But yeah, so all of these kids are just I mean, they're watching the devastation, and I mean, I don't even know if they even know how to process it. They just can't. It's like they've never seen this before.
My friend, this happiness that I found. Can't depend on it. It matters not where you're bound. I'll shout it from the mountaintops. Praise God. I want my world to know the Lord of love has come to me. I want to pass it on. I'll shout it from the mountaintops. Praise God. I want my world to know the Lord of love has come to me. I want to pass it on.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna end this show, but I just wanted to showcase what we've been talking about. So what I've been doing on YouTube is I've been making these series of videos. I'm gonna start because I can't count on. Jesus Christ, I just can't count on TikTok being here. So what I've been doing is I've been doing a series of videos throughout the week to, showcase these elements, to showcase, yeah, it's just glitching. This, it's just pathetic. Yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and end the live here. Hopefully it'll be better by next week. But yeah, so on YouTube, what I've been doing is I've just been doing a series of videos, getting them pre-recorded. I think it's going to be a better format to do that. Wow. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. Look me up on YouTube. At least YouTube, you can count on it. This app is shit. This app is fucking shit. Go to YouTube. Seriously. You'll find me on YouTube. You'll have a stable connection. I mean, I've been monitoring the connection. It looks great. I don't even know why people even bother trying to use TikTok anymore. It's just unreliable, glitchy, and it hardly works half the time. And then the other time when it does work, they're banning you for this, that, and the other for using these buzzwords they don't like. It's like unfucking real. I'm actually looking forward to TikTok being shut down. I really am. I don't give a fuck. Let it shut down tomorrow. Good. TikTok has turned out to be the worst app. I mean, it's almost as bad as X. You know? It's almost as bad as X. Fuck this app. I'm just going to shut it down. Thank you for those of you who are watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for sharing. See what I mean? See, you see what I mean? It's pathetic. I'm done. TikTok, go fuck yourself. Anyway, for those of you on YouTube, I appreciate you. I'm sorry you had to listen to that, but yeah, that's my frustration with an app that is, they spend more time banning buzzwords than they do developing a stable app. You know? It's got a lot of bells and whistles, but it's unreliable. It's glitchy as fuck. It's in and out. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. What can you do with a site like this? And then they suppress you and keep you down. They don't even put you, it's like, you know what? Fuck you then. But anyway. But thank you so much for those of you on YouTube who are watching. Yeah, it's been great. So we're just going to continue putting out a series of videos, hopefully 2 or 3 a week. Like last couple of days, we've been covering MAGA violence. We've been covering what else did we do? Taxing billionaires. We did the flooding in Texas, of course. And I mean, what a horrific shit show this has been. What a fucking nightmare for these people. So, and this all could have been avoided. Not the flooding, mind you, but the response to it. That no one had to die. Can you imagine? Nobody had to die. What did that lady say earlier? Texans will take care of Texans? If you don't have any resources to protect Texans, then no, Texans aren't going to protect Texans because they have no resources. They have no ability to do so. So, I just hope this... I just hope this is a lesson to us. Will we learn from this? Is the point. Will we actually learn anything from this? What do we do? What do we do? Oh, I don't know what to do. We already know what to do. These two fuckwits, these imbeciles, don't have a plan. They don't have any plan. They don't care. They never did. They care about themselves and their donor base and maintaining power and then advancing their Christian nationalist view that they have. They do not care about their own constituents. This motherfucker, Ted Cruz, he's either going to vacation or he's already on vacation when it comes to natural disasters in his state. He does not give a solitary flying 5-fingered fuck about Texas. Republicans do not give a fuck about Texas. They don't give a fuck about their state. They don't give a fuck about their supporters. They'll take your money. They'll take your support. They'll take your vote. And that's as far as it goes. And then you're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. If you've got an invalid living at home, if you've got parents that you're taking care of, if you've got significant others that are on disability, they do not give a goddamn about you. To them, you are a useless eater. That is how the Republican right wing looks at you. That is how they see you. And it's about time we figured this out. It's about time we got the war on greed started. These fuckwits are greedy. They're okay with enriching themselves, but they pull the ladder of success up from under them so no one else can climb up. It just never ceases to amaze me. Why the fuck do we fall for this? Each and every time. Each and every time. It's like we fall. It's like, I don't know. It's like they tell us who and what they are. They tell us what they tell you to your face they don't care about you, and you're still going to vote for them. Why? To what end? Huh? But it's high time. It's high time, isn't it? We better start caring, and we better start fucking figuring out that they're not on the right side of history. Get on the right side of history. You better be on the right side of the barricade come protest time. Because I tell you what, if things keep going south in this country, it's going to get serious. It's going to get horrid for certain people. The top 1% are going to do just fine. Why do we simp for billionaires? We don't tax billionaires. We give them tax cuts. The biggest welfare queens in this country are billionaires. The top 1%. They're always taking. And they get tax cut after tax cut after tax cut after subsidy. The biggest welfare queens in this country are the top 1%. Always have been, always will. It's time to go back to the 1940s and tax billionaires like we used to. Our infrastructure is falling apart. We don't have an adequate alert system for weather systems. Start taxing billionaires. You'll have the money. It's like we in this country, we hear the word taxing billionaires, and we automatically associate us with the billionaire class. Why do we do that? Why do we make that connection in our minds? Makes no sense. We're not close. We're not even close to six figures, and we're worried about us are getting our taxes raised whenever we start talking about taxing billionaires. If you are in the bottom. My God, if you are in the bottom 50% in this country, your taxes are going up. Your cost of living is going up. The tax cut for billionaires isn't coming from billionaires. They're not paying for it. We are. They're going to cut social programs. They're going to cut Medicaid and Medicare. They're going to start scaling back Social Security benefits. They got to get the money somehow. When will we wake up in this country? When will we wake up? Well, I'm going to keep trying. I will be the lone voice crying in the wilderness. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to keep showing up. Yes, I express my frustration with social media, but the sad thing is, where would we be without it? That's the sad thing. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you all in the next live.